เช้าวันที่3หลังจากคุณหญิงทานกาแฟเสร็จก็กำลังจะไปเที่ยวกันรถจอดอยู่หน้าโรงแรมพอดีเขาเดินไปอีกคลิกดิมันเกาะอยู่บนหัว
Hi guys
ให้มันเกาะดีไม่เป็นไรเอาดูข้างๆไปนี่น่ารักดีนะ
Want some? What's the matter?
เรือจักรตี
มาแล้วกลัวอีก
Let's get a little one.มันหมดแล้ว
Don't make noise.
ตายละ
Come stand by Daddy, Jake.
Okay. Hang on, birdies. My father. จะใส่ถุงมือด้วยใส่ถุงมือจักรตีดีไม่เกาะหูกลางอ้อ Who's on this hand? Everywhere. เฮ้ย
That's not the way you make Billy tea. That's when it's on the salty
되게
biscuit.
happy. 마음이 살짝 끝났네.
อร่อยดีจังอ่ะ
있어주지 않아도 그렇지 않아 둘이 너무 여기 이쪽으로 여기까지 해야 돼요.
Good morning, folks. That's a greeting, not a statement. Welcome to.
Follow up. Very slow. There we go. Come on, get the granny rugs on, girls. Come on, girls.
When the dad comes along. Oh, I see. รถไฟน่ะซาลาเปา นี่อยู่บนรถไฟเนี่ย ถ่ายเจ้าหน้าที่ The workshops within time. หัวดีไทยหัวดีไทยหัวไทยหัวไทย
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vintage Creek. This train will be here for 5 minutes while our regular tourists are back on side decop.
저거 다 보이게 하나
Mountain ash trees to this dreamy sky. Like chasing the foxes and chasing the dogs around the way. See him down there? The lamb. Look at all the little lambs there. Yeah, the dog's lying down. He's sleeping because he's awake all night, right? Checking the sheep here from the foxes and from also... Yes, no, there isn't. And the penguin colony, since he's been there, has tripled in numbers.
ต้นมันเตี้ย
นี่ไร่องุ่นอ้อยนี่ไม่ใช่ของสุพรรณษาเตี้ยมากเลยเตี้ยท่อเลยของบ้านเราก็สูงประมาณนี้
กลุ่มนี้ปลูกมา40 ปีพอดีนะ
ก็เท่าอายุเป้
ใช่เพราะอะไรรู้ไหมนี่มันเขียนอยู่ตรงนี้
Leave you there in to see the show, and then afterwards. So they, although they are dead, they still have and that's a lovely home for so they get to sort of feel the texture and then have brown rice.
ชิมละ
See the very strong claws, climate,
หน้าเหมือนอ้อเลย
ขยับละ
very powerful and strong claws.
อ้อหันหน้ามานี่นิดนึงดิ
อยู่ตรงโน้นน่ะ
Strange thing you might notice they have red fingers.
6 or 7, so they're quite an expensive animal to keep in a sanctuary. They're quite solitary animals. They like to be by themselves, and they only get
Really, all the juiciest tips, all the most tasty small fillets and these and tomorrow.
เฮ้ยเลยโมเล่นกับเปาซิดอ่ะโม
So eating whatever they can find and all the other
ต้น
trees.
อะไรนะ
Their teeth don't wear down as quickly because koalas have the ability to, their teeth wear down and new teeth keep good. They need new tissues. They can be saved and strong
ถ่าย
enough
หน้าอ้อ
and 100% fit to go back in the wild. They'll go back to staying in a place like
หน้าตาเหมือนอ้อเลย
บ้าชิหน้าอ้อไม่จู้มู่ไงอะไรอะ
หัวล้าน
กินอยู่นั่นแหละไม่ทำอะไรเลย
อืม
กินโชว์
and others, many other little animals, flying possum gliders, lots of little birds.
กินเหมือนเป้เลยอ่ะกินไม่เคยหยุด
In the wild. Julius, Nancy, female. I forget the other one, but it's
แกงกะหรี่
grey kangaroos. Funny old mixture of colours and names, isn't it? That's too grey, mate. And yes, they do. No problem for them. You see they've got slightly thicker and warmer looking fur.
ไปให้แม่จับเต่าแล้วก็พึ่งมาขังอย่างเงี้ย
Some food they don't expect. So they spawn.
ออกมาได้ด้วยอ่ะ
จับมันดิ
ไม่มีอะไรให้มันกินเลยสารมาอี
Yes, it's not on their head
ที่อะไรให้กินอ่ะสาร
or under their chin. They feel a bit threatened.
เอามือจับมันดิ
ไม่เอาอ่ะ
จับสิ
I'll spread out a little bit.
มีอะไรกินเลยมาบอกกินเลยดี
They've got their normal diet, their normal food, but these are little special things that
Young, when the young comes out,
they
it's
love
the
the
size
hard
of
corn.
a jelly
They
bean.
crunch it up. So.
It crawls up.
different ages.
Oh, can you get in there all right?
Before they're weaned. No, I'm not sure. But it must be pretty quick because they can have.
Bad time in the season.
ไม่มีอะไรเลย
They can suspend the birth of an embryo until conditions appear better.
จิงโจ้ไม่ใช่นกจิกหน้า
Drought and dry, and then floods and rain, and so especially little hollows and holes in old trees, and that's why it's such a worry for our. Australia's native dog, the dingo. And each day they're taken for a walk around so they can smell all the smells of the other animals around.
หมาดิงโก้
Eventually coming to Australia with accompanied by marsupials also included some carnivore marsupials, carnivorous ones, yeah, meat hunting and meat hunting. Quarantine, try not to get caught this disease, bringing them to places like this. Perhaps even wipe out the population, or maybe opportunity when it's safe to breed. Hollywood, Tasmania, many parts. We hope they're right. People have said they know where they're in some places, but they're not telling anybody, so they don't want everybody to go out hunting and looking for them. And so we just hope that it's true. Which is wonderful, but it doesn't look true.
อันนี้จะเข้าไปสวนนกแล้ว มาดูนก
Yes, I'll just explain that I shall clean to make a stage for himself to do his performance in various places, and he moves from one to another. Anything, paper, tinsel, flowers, and decorates it to try to please his lady. She'll examine it.
Station. I'm Norm, and today together with Jason and Christine, hopefully we're going to show you a number of birds of prey. I do say hopefully the birds are free-flying, as you can see with our first bird up here. They're not attached to us in any way. Nice and low. Okay, watch the way this bird flies around. But she's got very large wings, so she's able to soar and glide around a place without using very much energy at all per day, which is not a great deal. All that would be a small handful of insects. And what you saw Chiara doing earlier on was catching something up in the air is what they would do if they were catching insects up in the air. Now most of the time, we pass that to their beak and feed on the wing. And the reason they feed so quickly is because quite often you will get a number of whistling kikes all hunting in the same screaming as they're flying around. Now we do have 8 species of owl here in Australia, 4 in one of our enclosures around the park. Any closer than that she can hop across. Okay, Millie on the other hand belongs to the hawks start flying around. You never know. If Millie does start flying around, that all owls would be doing well out there in the wild. Unfortunately, Beatrice a little bit closer to the ground. Show you that unusual behaviour. It's got to do with what they feed on. And once again, these birds will also feed on frogs and reptiles and birds, small mammals, anything up to the size of a rabbit. But what we know about black-breasted buzzards is their habit of robbing nests. So they rob nests up in the trees of eggs and chicks, eat the both of those, and they also come down to the ground. Same shape and size, just as strong. If you've ever tried to get into one of these eggs, you'll realise they've got a very thick shell. Okay, you nearly need a hammer to get into these eggs. But black-breasted buzzards have learnt how to get into these eggs, and I'm hoping that size. She knows that. That beak there is just used for tearing meat, so she needs a bit of help, and she's looking around for some. All right, lining it up. Not bad, but you're going to hit it a little bit harder than that, darling. You want to try again? The rock's over there. Okay, now a lot of people think that this is just a trick, what we've taught our black-breasted buzzard. It's not a trick. She's got a tiny hole in there. You can do better than that. Hit it again, darling. It's not a trick. All we had to do was put an egg and a rock in front of a black-breasted buzzard. They know how to do the rest. It's instinct. It's something they're born with. There's only one other bird in the world that shows this same type of behaviour. And that would be the Egyptian vulture, and you'd have to go all the way to Africa to see that bird. She's got a little hole in there, that's all she needs. Give her a big round of applause. Well done. Beatrice has decided to stay out here just a little bit longer. Beatrice is looking like she might come back down here again. Now when she does come down here, just tricking me.
It's also Australia's largest raptor, and hopefully we'll get a nice close look this afternoon. Here she is. Okay, this is Magra. Now, as I said, she's a female wedge-tailed eagle, so the less food they have to catch. So, very energy-efficient way of getting them. You'll notice that she has, you dropped it, did you, girl? Now you're going to run all the way down the end, aren't you? Main diet here in Australia is actually to introduce rabbit. In fact, some parts of Australia. Now, there's a couple of really good reasons for this. One, it's a really good source of food. They come across a dead animal on the road, the size of them. Probably the best way to help you identify them is to look at their tails. They have a very obvious wedge or diamond shape to their tail, so it's a really good way of identifying these birds. You can have a look at Magra's tail when she heads off home. We're going to get her head off home now. Have a look at the shape of her tail when she disappears, and you'll see that, as I said, we're going to try and get Magra to head off home now. Do I have to say abracadabra? Just like that. There we go.
Dạ.
มีคนป่าเดินผ่านไปด้วย
Just a sort
มันกินมด กินปลวก
The other two birds are so protected of this barrier up because if we go too close, they like to come over the visual planes.
Nobody
Long pointy beaks. Not quite fully grown. He's probably grow twice as big, heavy.
What?
กุมท้องอยู่ อันนี้จิงโจ้พันเล็กกับชิวาลาบี้
ยืนยืนทางเนี้ย
Anyway, just to give you an idea of the different kinds, from big redneck rabbit down to the little tiny.
เพื่อนแม่เด็กปลา
มันยืนสวดหรือไงเนี่ย นกอีมู
Very calm, isn't he? Just paddling around. I must just tell you, in case you, they lay eggs like a bird or like some reptiles, but the mother has milk. Male two venomous spurs, one each side, with like snake venom. They can use them to envenom and make an adult pretty sick. But keepers can handle them. Platypus soon knows when somebody. Then they go. This one is, he's in here. We've brought you a special friendly with visitors. He thinks he's a person. And so he has to spend time in here to get used to being in.